everyone, myself Assistant Professor Yogita Kumbhar from KBP Degree College. Today I am here to share with you a little piece of information about our own constitution, Indian Constitution. Our topic for today is Features of Indian Constitution, presented by myself, Assistant Professor Yogita Kumbhar. Constitution of India. In this presentation, we are going to cover the main topics like meaning of the word constitution, need of constitution, what was the pre-constitution era, how drafting of Constitution of India was done, highlights of Constitution of India, interesting facts about Indian and other constitutions, parts of Indian Constitution, important articles from Indian Constitution and conclusion. हमारे भारतीय संविधान को एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है पूरी दुनिया के संविधानों में। ये क्यों है, इसके बारे में थोड़ी सी इंफॉर्मेशन आज हम इस प्रेजेंटेशन के द्वारा आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे। What do you mean by constitution? To constitution means to inaugurate, to establish, to initiate, to found, to create, to set up, to start, to form, to organize, to develop, to commission, to charter, to appoint, to install or to empower. In short, किसी भी चीज की जब हम शुरुआत करते हैं तो उसे हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन या टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूट कहते हैं। Constitution means a body of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is acknowledged to be governed. Constitution एक ऐसा डॉक्यूमेंट है जो हमारे देश के सभी देश बांधवों के लिए, इस देश में रहने वाले हर एक नागरिक के लिए बांधिल रहता है। The Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It is an instrument for the people to restrain the government. It is said by Patrick Henry. Constitution हमारे देश के लोगों को बांध के रखने के लिए नहीं है, ये हमारे लोगों की तरफ से देश को बांध के रखने के लिए बनाया हुआ एक डॉक्यूमेंट है। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की जरूरत क्यों पड़ती है? Why do we need the constitution? It is a set of written rules which will be followed by everyone. जो भी इंसान हमारे देश का नागरिक है, चाहे वो छोटा हो या बड़ा, वो हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, हमारा संविधान फॉलो करने के लिए बांधिल होता है। इट इज अ सेट ऑफ रिटन रूल्स, वहां उसको एक डॉक्यूमेंट के तौर पे बाकायदा लिखित स्वरूप में लिख कर रखा गया है। दिस अप्लाइज नॉट जस्ट टू अ कंट्री बट कोऑपरेटिव बॉडीज, ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, एसोसिएशंस, फैमिलीज और इवन When you plan a tour, जब भी आप भारत घूमने के लिए बाहर के देशों से हमारे कंट्री में आते हो, तब भी आपको हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लिखे हुए रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस को फॉलो करना बहुत जरूरी माना जाता है। A supreme law accepted by all the people of the country. ये एक लॉ है जो देश के सभी संविधान के नागरिकों के द्वारा एक्सेप्ट किया गया है। It determines the relation between people एंड देयर गवर्नमेंट। हमारे देश के नागरिक और हमारे देश की गवर्नमेंट या सरकार, इनके बीच का रिलेशन जो है, इनके बीच का बॉन्ड जो है, उसे स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एक महत्वपूर्ण स्थान निभाता है। इट गिव्स अ पाथ फॉर द फ्यूचर जनरेशंस टू फॉलो। आगे आने वाले जनरेशंस के लिए रास्ता दिखाने की कोशिश हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन या हमारा संविधान करता है। Functions of Constitution, it develops trust between people and the government. हमारे बीच में एक विश्वास का बंधन तैयार करने का काम करता है हमारा संविधान। इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ये जो है हमारे देश के नागरिकों को सत्ता देता है, वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पावर इज इफेक्टिव विद दिस पर्टिकुलर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। ये हमारा संविधान जो है लोगों को उनके अधिकार प्रदान करने का काम करता है। प्री कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एरा अगर हम देखने जाए तो वो ये शुरुआत होती है किंग अशोका के टाइम से। इट एविडेंसेस फ्रॉम 3rd century बिफोर क्राइस्ट shows that the first rules governing the society were written in the regime of King Ashoka. सम्राट अशोक के वक्त पर ये तीसरी सदी में ये रूल्स लिखित स्वरूप में लाए गए, उसे ही हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की शुरुआत कह सकते हैं। In 1600, the East India Company came to India as a trading company and in 1765 became an administrative power after gaining a right of taxation. Later, it established a unified control over whoever of in India. Different laws and acts were enacted by it to remain in power. But the EIC came under the increasing control by Parliament of Britain and its rule ended with the revolt of 1857. उसके बाद आया ब्रिटिश राज. During this period, Constitution of India took shape. Many acts were enacted in this period. The Act for Better Government of India in 1858, Indian Councils Act 1861, Government of India Act 1890, Government of India Act 1935, Indian Independence Act in 1947, ऐसे बहुत सारे एक्ट्स जो है वो ब्रिटिश राज में लाए गए. Drafting of the Constitution. Dr. Sachidananda Sinha was the first president. He was on the temporary post of the Constituent Assembly when it met on December 9, 1946. Later, Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the president of Constituent Assembly and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar became the chairman of its drafting committee on December 1st, 1946. As you see on the screen, from the we have Dr. Sachidananda Sinha on the left side, Dr. Rajendra Prasad in the center, and President of Constituent Assembly, and Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar on the right side. The Constituent Assembly consisted of 385 members, of which 292 were elected by the elected members of the Provisional Legislative Assemblies, while 93 members were nominated by princely states. The assembly met in sessions open to public for total of 166 days. It spread over the period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days before adopting the constitution. It was finally passed and accepted on November 26, 1949. After many deliberations and some modifications over 111 plenary sessions in 114 days, the 308 members of the assembly signed 2 copies of the document, one each in Hindi and English languages, on 24th January 1950. Same day, the assembly unanimously elected Dr. Rajendra Prasad as the President of India, which came into effect on January 26, 1950. This day is also known and celebrated as the Republic Day of India, the total independence movement of Republic Day. As you can see on the screen now, we will look for some challenges which were faced by the committee while drafting the Indian Constitution. It was the non-independent Constituent Assembly. At the early stage, the Constituent Assembly was not independent. They were under the strict rules governed by the British Raj. Post-effect of the partition, the country was born through a partition on basis of religious differences. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. Migrants were a huge question at that particular time. Some people came to India from Pakistan. Some people went to Pakistan from India. So we had to settle the issue before the adoption of constitution. Minorities and interest of backward classes. The framers had to protect the interest of minorities and the backwards, exploited classes and had to ensure equality. हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का एक बहुत बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर या पॉइंट फीचर जिसे हम बोल सकते हैं कि हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो इक्वालिटी पे बहुत ज्यादा जोर देता है. Princely state, the British had left it to the rulers of princely state to merge with India. The merger of this princely state was a difficult and uncertain task. We had a huge population of around 360 million people, that too with distinct culture and heritage. We had diversity in each factor present in India. States on the basis of language. There was demand within the assembly to frame states on the basis of languages spoken. Now we will look for some features of our Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution एक bulkiest constitution माना जाता है, lengthy document माना जाता है. It is known for its rigidity and the flexibility at the same time. Strict होने के साथ साथ बहुत सारी जगहों पे हमें सहूलियत भी मिली है. Parliamentary system of government is one of the main important features of Indian Constitution. भारतीय संविधान ने फेडरल सिस्टम अडॉप्ट किया था with a unitary bias. Indian Constitution comprises of fundamental rights and fundamental duties which are given to each and every citizen of Indian nation. It gives us directive principles of state policy. Secularism is considered as a very important aspect of our constitution. We have independent judiciary system which follows Indian Constitution. Single citizenship is also an important factor to be considered while we study the Constitution. In our Constitution, there are so many emergency powers given to Indian government which needs to be employed on various occasions. There are special provisions made in the Constitution for minorities which are present in abundance in India. It is the first written constitution in code of Hammurabi. It is well-preserved Babylonian code of law of ancient Mesopotamia dating back to about 1754 before Christ. Constitution of India is the lengthiest constitution in the world. In US Constitution, there are 7 articles with many spelling mistakes in its shortest 4,400 words. In Australian constitutions, there are 128 articles in total, where in Indian Constitution, we have total of 395 articles, which is increased to 448 articles, which made total of 1,17,000 words. For drafting of Indian Constitution, we had 9 women out of almost 385 who represented the Constitution Committee. Pakistani Constitution was accepted in 1956. One in English and another in Hindi are Constitution by Mr. Prem Bihari Rajyadhya. Signatures. The Indian Constitution was signed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad the day when it was raining. Some said signing needs to be postponed, but some said that it is a good sign. Japanese Constitution is written by 9 American with no Japanese involved. In our Indian Constitution, it contains 448 articles in 22 parts, which also have 12 schedules and 118 amendments till date. As you can see on the screen, there are total 22 parts in Constitution of India. We start from preamble. Then it comes to the Union and its territory, Article 1 to 4. Citizenship, Article 5 to 11. Fundamental rights are given in Article 12 to Article 35. Directive principles are given in Article 36 to Article 51. Fundamental duties are mentioned in Article 51A. The union rights are given in Article 52 to Article 151. The state's law and rules are given in Article 152 to Article 237. The acts related to union territories are given in Article 239 to 242. The rules and regulations for panchayats are given in Article 243 to 243O. The municipalities' rules and regulations are given in Article 243P to 243ZG. The cooperative societies law are given in Article 243ZH to Article 243ZT. The rules for scheduled and tribal areas are given in Article 244 to 244A. The relation between union and the states are given in Article 245 to Article 263. We have rules and regulations for finance, property, contracts, and suits given in Article 263 to Article 308. We have rules and regulations for trade, commerce, intercourse within the territory of India given in Article 301 to Article 307. The services which needs to be considered under the union and the states are given in Article 308 to Article 323. The rules and regulations for tribunals are given in Article 323A to Article 323B. Rules and regulation for elections committees are given in Article 324 to Article 329A. Special provisions relating to certain classes are given in Article 330 to Article 342. Rules and regulations about official language, which is Hindi, are given in Article 343 to Article 351. Emergency provisions are given in Article 352 to Article 360. There are some miscellaneous amendments which are given in Article 361 to 367. The amendments required in the constitutions are added in Article 368. We have some temporary, transitional, and special provisions which are given in Article 369 to 392. We have rules and regulations for short title, commencement, and authoritative text in Hindi and repeals written in Article 393 to 395. As you can see, it is a very detailed document. Each and every aspect which needs to be considered is paid attention to in our Indian Constitution. The important part of Indian Constitution is our preamble. As per the preamble, it is said that we, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign country, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of individual and the unity and integrity of nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. These are some of the important articles in the Indian Constitution. Article 3 deals with new states formation, alteration of boundaries, etc. Article 13 deals with laws of inconsistent with or in derogation of the fundamental rights. Article 21A talks about right to education. Article 24 deals with prohibition of child labor. Article 29 deals with protection of interest of minorities. Article 32 deals with remedies of enforcement of fundamental rights, including writs. Article 44 tells us about Uniform Civil Code. Article 50 tells us about separation of judiciary from executive. Article 51A gives the detail of fundamental duties of Indian citizens. Article 72 of Indian Constitution deals with powers of President to grant pardons, etc. Article 105 talks about powers and privileges, etc. of members of Parliament. Article 106 talks about salaries and allowances of members of Parliament. Article 226 gives us the details about power of high courts to issue writs. Article 324 talks about Election Commission and its rights. Article 352 talks about national emergency and rules to be followed while we are in national emergency. Article 370, as we all know, gives us temporary provisions with respect to state of Jammu and Kashmir. So to conclude the presentation, I would like to say that the Constitution of India has several distinctive features. It is the lengthiest constitution in the world and it is a combination of rigidity and flexibility. The Constitution provides for a quasi-federal, which means a federal setup where despite having two clear sets of government, central and the states, more powers are given to the central government. It is set up with a strong center. There is a clear division of powers between the center and the states. The Supreme Court of India is the apex court of India, which will resolve the disputes between the center and state or between the states. India has a parliamentary democracy. The Council of Ministers, headed by Prime Minister, enjoys the real powers and is responsible for the parliament. The Indian Constitution provides for fundamental rights which are justifiable. 10 fundamental duties have also been added to the Constitution. The directive principles of state policy gives us a concrete shape to the welfare concept. For this presentation, we have taken reference from slideshare.com. Also, we have referred some academic books of foundation course. I thank you all for your patient listening.